My name is Trisha, and I am 34 years old. My husband cheated on me with his own aunt. It happened like this. It was my husband's birthday, and I decided to give him a trip to Miami, specifically to his aunt's place, who is about 3 years older than us. So in terms of communication, we were on the same wavelength. When we arrived after a long journey, I quickly fell asleep while putting our son to bed. At that moment, while we were sleeping, it all happened for the first time. They slept together. Of course, I slept like a log and heard nothing. The only thing was, when I got up at 5 in the morning, I don't know why. I met them looking scared in the hallway, but didn't think much of it, as such thoughts could not even occur to me. The next day, everything was off, but I couldn't understand why. We left after 2 days, and at home, my husband was acting strange, and literally 2 weeks later, he says, "I'm leaving the family. I'm tired of living like this." I was completely shocked. Of course, there were fights, as in any relationship, but that's no reason to leave. I asked many times, "Is there someone else?" But he always confidently said, "No, of course. How could I do such a thing?" A month passed. After he left, and suddenly he calls, drunk, "Come over." Of course, like a fool, I flew over. Sex, the whole 9 yards. And what I really couldn't understand, he blamed me for everything, saying I was this and that. Hates me but loves. We decided to get back together. I knew nothing about the cheating. And then his aunt writes to me asking, "How are things going?" And of course I write back, "And thank you, we are doing well, living together again." She exploded as if I was his mistress. So after that conversation, my husband told me everything. By the way, I forgot to mention, when he left, she came here to him, and she is also married. It's been 8 months since everything came out into the open. We're still living together, wading through a mix of feelings and unresolved questions. Every day is a struggle between the hurt of betrayal and the faint hope of rebuilding something lost. As I stand at this crossroads, torn between the pain of the past and the uncertainty of the future, I find myself seeking guidance. So, here I am, asking you, what would you do in my shoes? How can I move forward from this, and is there a way to find peace and perhaps forgiveness in the midst of such turmoil? Your thoughts and suggestions would mean the world to me.